Hello everyone, welcome to Chinese painting class. I'm Su Yuanyuan at Zhejiang Agriculture and Forestry University. Today, I'd like to share with you the basic knowledge about Chinese painting, covering its origin, materials, forms, and styles, focusing on three main themes of Chinese painting to know more. And you may see the differences between Chinese painting and Western painting. In the long history of development, Chinese painting has formed its own style and pursuit. Most importantly, paintings are not true pictures of what you see with your eyes, but graphic expressions of people's feeling, wisdom, and morality. Therefore, Chinese painting is a window in which we can understand Chinese culture, Chinese people, and Chinese ideology. In ancient China, painting also had a name danqing. Dan is vermilion, or what we call Chinese red. Qing is a color between blue and green, which is often seen in Chinese landscape paintings. These two colors are the most common and characteristic in Chinese paintings, and thus become synonymous with painting. When and where did Chinese painting originate? Who created it? There have been many arguments. It is generally accepted that calligraphy and painting are of the same origin. Calligraphy has two meanings. First, it refers to characters written down in texts, meaning that Chinese painting and Chinese characters have similarities in origin. The Chinese characters have pictographic features, and many of the early ones look like a painting. Secondly, calligraphy means writing the Chinese characters, and so is closely related to Chinese painting, which, like calligraphy, uses both brush and ink, and has similarities in artistic expression. Scroll painting is the most characteristic form of Chinese painting. What is special about it is that the painting is not fixed in a frame, but slowly unfolds. There are two forms of scroll painting. One is a hanging scroll, opening from top to bottom and hanging on the wall. The other is a horizontal roll, held in hand and unfolding from right to left, hence also called a hand scroll. When viewing a scroll painting, hold it in your hand, and you can freely decide how long you want to see each scene. Stop and go until the whole picture is presented in front of you. In addition to scroll painting, another common form of Chinese painting is the album, which is like a book. People can open it and watch it page by page. The two basic styles of Chinese painting are fine brushwork and freehand brushwork. Fine brushwork emphasizes meticulous painting as far as possible to show the details of things, and the colors are also bright. Freehand brushwork, on the contrary, emphasizes the use of simple lines to draw the characteristics of things. In addition to black ink, there's no other color. Next, I'd like to introduce three main themes of Chinese painting. They are landscapes, flowers and birds, and human figures. In the eyes of the painter, everything in the world, no matter how big or small, has its own life. Landscape paintings, flower and birds paintings reflect people's love for nature and the idea that people and nature live in harmony. Landscape paintings had the highest status in ancient China. Mountains and water are not only scenery, but also related to Chinese philosophy. Confucius said, "Benevolent people are happy with mountains, and wise people are happy with water." Landscape represents people's moral pursuit. In addition, the mountains are quiet, the water is moving. The mountains are hard, the water is soft. Therefore, the landscapes reflect the concept of complementing yin and yang in ancient China. Landscapes also have political implications because they represent river and mountains, that is, the country. There are two main types of landscape paintings. One is ink and wash landscape, with only the color of the ink and no other color. The other one is blue and green landscape, with the colors sun and green added onto the ink and wash painting. The people in the landscape paintings are very small, and they are often indiscernible without careful observation. The reason is that Chinese people believe that people are part of nature. Nature is great, people are small, and the happiest thing for people is to melt into nature. Flower and bird paintings portray not only flowers and birds, but also common animals and plants. Flower and bird paintings have formed two traditions over the course of the long history of development. One is fun sketching, that is, drawing like in real life, hopefully to teach people about the animals and plants around them. The other is freehand sketching, that is, grasping the relationship between animals, plants, and people in order to express people's spiritual pursuit and yearning for a better life. Therefore, many images in flower and bird paintings have special cultural implications. For example, there are the famous Four Noblemen paintings. Four Noblemen refers to four kinds of plants: plum, orchid, bamboo, chrysanthemums. Noblemen originally refers to people with moral integrity. Why do these four plants have the same morality as people? Plum, growing in the cold winter, symbolizes strength. Orchid, growing in the deep valley, denounces fame and fortune. Bamboo, which is hollow and straight, represents modesty and integrity. And chrysanthemum, with light color and aroma, indicates nobleness. Figure paintings appeared very early in China. They feature a wide range of objects, including immortals, emperors, ladies, and ordinary people. Chinese figure paintings have the following outstanding characteristics. First, there are only characters in the painting with no backgrounds. Second, the artist's purpose is to express the characteristics' posture, not to pay attention to the proportion between the various parts of the human body. Third, there is no shadow on the face of the character. China has a long history with many masterpieces of traditional Chinese painting, which are invaluable. Some paintings were damaged or lost during the war, but more paintings have been handed down for thousands of years and are now in major museums at home and abroad. Now let's enjoy the most famous 10 paintings.
Artist and writer Gu Kaizhi painted nymph of the Luo River on a long sea scroll during the Eastern Jin dynasty. It is a large scroll that should be read horizontally, depicting the love story between the poet and the nymph from their meeting to their parting. Emperor Taizong, receiving the Tibetan envoy, depicts the meeting of Emperor Taizong of the Tang dynasty and Liu Tongzang, an envoy sent by Songtsen Gampo, the ruler of Tibet, to accompany Princess Wancheng back to Tibet to be his queen. The paintings depict the leisurely, lonely, and peaceful life of the ladies at court, who are shown to be beautiful, dignified, and graceful. The painters used fine brushworks to make paintings of people and was especially good at painting noble ladies, infants, and pommel horses. 5 Oxen, a painting by renowned Tang Dynasty artist Han Huang, is housed in the Palace Museum in Beijing. The painting, as the name suggests, is of 5 oxen without any background. The oxen are positioned in a line, each with distinctive appearance, walking or standing, holding their heads high or low. The oxen have bright, piercing eyes and different temperaments, lively, docile, romping, and even eccentric. The Night Revels of Hang Sitai by Southern Tang artist Gu Hongzhong reproduces the historical scene of Southern Tang minister Han Sitai's evening banquet. It shows the host and guests singing and dancing, laughter and joy, as well as the protagonist's detachment and the scene of gloom. The narrative painting is split into 5 distinct sections. Han Sitai listens to the people, watches the dancers, takes a rest, plays stringed instruments, and then sees the guests off. Wang Ximeng, a teenage artist during the Song Dynasty of China, painted 1,000 li of rivers and mountains in 1113 BC. He was only 18 years old when he painted his artwork, and he passed away probably around the age of 20. The background of the scene is largely colored gold, the color symbolizing wealth and royalty, further glorifying the country. Along the river during the Qiming festival was painted by Zhang Zeduan, a court artist of the North Song Dynasty. The Ant Scroll captures the rich scenery and natural landscapes along the shore of Bian River in the northern Song capital Bianliang, which was located near modern-day Kaifeng in Henan province. Dwelling in the Fuchong Mountains is one of the few surviving works. The painting is created based on the Fuchong River's early autumn scenery. Huang made full use of the Chinese traditional techniques. The arrangement is a masterpiece of movement and stillness, as well as density and expansiveness. The ink likewise ranges from extremely dry to moist, and strokes also vary from centered brushwork to slanted. Created by the Ming Dynasty, painter Qiu Ying, Spring Morning in the Han Palace is a scroll painting noted for its bold use of colors. The long scroll is an imaginary representation of various activities in the Han Dynasty Palace on a spring morning. The intricate composition is rendered with script brushwork and beautiful colors. 100 oxes was drawn by Lang Xining in the Qing Dynasty between 1644 to 1911. Lang was a missionary from Italy with birth name Giuseppe Castiglione. He helped to create a hybrid style that combined the Western realism with traditional Chinese composition and brushwork. The paper painting captures 100 horses in various postures. They are kneeling, standing, frolicking, rolling, eating, and running on the grassland, singing alone and among groups. The artwork is now preserved in the Taipei Palace Museum.
Compared with traditional Western painting, Chinese painting enjoys the following characteristics. Firstly, stressing on lines. From the very beginning, traditional Chinese painting relies on lines to depict the image. It can be said that traditional Chinese painting is basically line art. While in the Western oil painting and watercolor painting, the images are mainly depicted via the brightness of the color and lines almost invisible. Secondly, emphasizing on similarity in spirit. In the Southern Dynasty, Xie He, the first Chinese painter-theorist, put forward the theory of 6 principles, putting similarity in spirit in the first place and similarity in shape in the second, which has become the principle of Chinese painting art. Thirdly, combining poetry and calligraphy with painting. In the West, poetry is rarely mentioned together with painting, even if the painting itself includes poetic connotations. The reason lies in that there is no medium between poetry and painting in the West, while Chinese calligraphy itself contains artistic beauty, so it is often used to match poetry with painting, to integrate poetry, calligraphy, and painting in perfect harmony, which is more aesthetic and appealing than simple painting.
Landscape painting takes the natural scenery of mountains and rivers as the main body and pays attention to creating artistic conception. Today, I'd like to draw you a freehand ink and wash landscape. In Chinese painting, the basic principle is that similarity in spirit is always in the first place, while similarity in shape is the second and serves for similarity in spirit. For landscape painting, first draw the near scene and then the far scene. Also, you need to have a whole picture in your mind before drawing and design the structure in advance. The fusion of water and ink achieves a change in intensity, and the intensity and density embodies Eastern philosophy. The painting I am drawing today is Jinhua in my heart, for I am a local person and I love my city. You may see the Jinhua's landmark such as Wu River, Beiyang Building, the 100 Buddha Tower, etc., and enjoy the whole view of the city from this painting. There is a poem in Chinese praising the beautiful scenery of Jinhua, bright moon shining the Shuangxi River, cool breeze blowing Beiyang Building.
我喜欢中国画。
Flower and bird painting takes flowers, plants, bamboo, stones, and animals
as the main body. The common objects are plum, orchid, bamboo, chrysanthemum, as well as horses and tigers. Today I'll teach you to draw the lotus. In Chinese, the lotus symbolizes harmony and beauty, and the seed-pod of the lotus stands for many children and many blessings. So it's a kind of flower Chinese people like very much, which can be enjoyable and its seeds also eatable.
这个是我们画的作品，接下来呢，大家可以去体验画一下。
Figure painting depicts religious figures, ladies' portraits, historical stories, etc., emphasizing the similarity of characters in spirit rather than shape. I'll show you the drawing of an ancient lady. You may get a view of the characteristics of Chinese figure painting by observing me, and then choose a figure you love to draw.
I want to say thank you for giving us such an opportunity to come here and learn about the Chinese drawing, and we had so much fun, and it was such a good experience. We've been able to learn one or two things about this, so thank you so much.
Hello, I learned about a lot of Chinese painting, like how to differentiate the colors and how to paint them. I enjoyed painting my lotus.
Hi, today I had a great experience. I paint my lotus. I try to use my own colors. I try to be more creative, so I use purple, red and yellow, so I try to mix together. It was a good day. I'm so happy. Thank you.
Hello, I enjoyed doing this painting because it helped me know more about the Chinese history, which gave me a deeper understanding of the Chinese culture.
Learning about Chinese art has actually taught me how to actually express Chinese scenery and actually learn to appreciate Chinese culture in a way that helps to just appreciate nature and everything.
Hello, I'm really happy to gain this experience, and I so much love Chinese culture after drawing this painting.